Yo, what's good YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome to Season 2 here in the New Orleans Kings franchise here on MLB The Show 20 as we take on the Texas Rangers on the road. Now, coming off at last episode, we had spring training and some surprises, and one was Randy Arozarena. He outplayed Billy Hamilton in every single way. He will start out this opener at the leadoff spot in center field as he edges out Billy Hamilton. Now, hitting second, Clint Frazier. Third, Simeon will hit third in that spot. He is subject to move based on what everybody else does. Aguilar, Bodie, and Korey Lee. It's going to be quite the offense to have in the middle of our lineup. I am really excited for Korey Lee. He comes into this season as the number 3 ranked prospect in all of baseball. Jeremy Pena is another one of our prospects, the only one in the top 50 as well, and he is number 8. Now, to round out our lineup, Mike Ford will hit in the DH spot, Scooter at second, and then Yasiel Puig will hit last. We need a good hitter in that last position. Now, let's talk about the rest of the 26-man roster. Lorenzo Quintana, Billy Hamilton off the bench, DJ Peters. But I ran into some issues with contracts here with Luke Crampton and also Jack Rochford. Both those guys will be on the opening day roster because look at their minor league options. They are out of them, and I wish MLB The Show would kind of correct this a little bit. I don't know how you can really control that when you start a franchise and your minor league players are already out of options, but we had no choice but to move these guys up. Otherwise, we would have to put them on the waiver wire, and hopefully your teams wouldn't pick them up, but looking at how good they are, they would definitely be picked up. So in our pitching rotation, Pablo Lopez will get the opening day nod over our new signee, Alex Wood. And then Brian Abreu is a surprise guy in our starting rotation. Now, he didn't do too well in a relief role last year, and you can just see he had a 1.90 whip. I'm actually hoping that maybe making him a starter will make him a better pitcher. I guess we'll have to see. He has the stamina to do it, so I guess I'm just going to put him there. We don't have many options at that 5th spot in the rotation, but one guy who's going to eventually be there is Jace Vines, but he's going to start out in the minor league system, at least for the start of this year. Now, another surprise in the bullpen, Luke O'Connor makes it. He had an awesome spring training. He's only 67 overall. He's C potential, 24 years old. So I think he will be kind of a young stud in this out of the bullpen. I know some of you guys are going to say, hey, he's 67 overall. But I think the way he pitched in spring training really opened my eyes. And I think that he may be ready right now. So let's hop into opening day. Corey Kluber, who re-signed back with the Rangers, and then Pablo Lopez will be on the mound for us. You can see we are rocking the new purple away uniforms as we start out this game at bat with Randy Arozarena at the plate. First pitch, he hits one to right field. It's in shallow right, and it's going to be run down by C.J. Cron at first base. And that brings up Clint Frazier, who I predicted to lead this team in average this season. He draws a walk. So now man on first with the new signee, Marcus Semien at the plate in the 3-hole. And he watches one low, and did he go around? He didn't. So 2 walks here in the first inning as that brings up Jesus Aguilar. I am really excited to have him at our 4-hole. He gets a pitch right over the middle, and it's driven deep to left field, and it's going to be back and gone over the wall and left. And we start out season 2 high. Jesus Aguilar, the new signee, signs a 2-year, $4 million deal with us, and he makes it 3-0 here in the opener. So here is our top prospect in our organization. It's Korey Lee for his first at-bat, and it's just going to be a fly out to left field. And at least we get 3 on the board in the first. As let's check out Pablo Lopez on the mound, facing Elvis Andrus at the plate here. And he hits a chopper to third base. And Bodie coming into his second year with the team as he was acquired last season via trade. He gets the first out of 2021. So up comes Adam Eaton, another line shot, but Bodie's got it at third, and he has 2 putouts here in this inning as that brings up Willie Calhoun, one of the best young players in the game today. He hits one deep to center field, but Arozarena has the speed, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for your Kings. So let's move on to the second inning. Here's Mike Ford at the plate. He's coming off of kind of a disappointing year last year. He hit below 220. He starts his campaign out with a hit. So that brings up Scooter, who gets one over the middle of the plate. He drives it to opposite field, and that one bounces off the top of the wall in left center. And that is going to be a stand-up double, as Mike Ford only has 8 speed. So he makes it to third base. But now guys on second and third. Yasiel Puig at the plate. He hits a chopper to second, and it's going to be enough to score a run. Make it 4-0 here in the first 2 innings. That's the type of offense I like to see. So that brings up Randy Arozarena, who goes to Oppo, and he gets a hit to right. And that's going to be 5-0 here for the Kings. Coming off of a season where we could not score any runs, and look who we're scoring against. It's Corey Kluber, no slouch on the mound. So that brings up Clint Frazier, who walks again. So he is going to be 2 straight walks to start his campaign. And look at this. The manager comes out and pulls Kluber already in the second inning. And look who he brings in, the former New Orleans King, Brad Peacock, who we did trade last season, and he's picked up by the Rangers. And he's going to face Marcus Semien, who grounds out to third. Is it going to be 2? And it will. They get out of that jam. Peacock was good for us, so no surprise there. But it's still 5-0. So let's move on to the bottom of the second. Here is Joey Gallo at the plate. He rocks one deep to center field, and that one is going to be gone. And the Rangers are on the board just like that. And Gallo has the power to change a game. He hits that one 439 feet. And he makes it 5-1. So this inning does continue here with Danny Santana at the plate. Hits one hard to the right side, and Puig tries to throw him out at first. And it's going to be a single here, still with no outs. Here is C.J. Cron, who swings that one out of the zone and strikes out, but a drop third strike, and Santana advances to second base. And that brings up the 7-hole hitter. Pablo Lopez gets him to swing at an outside curveball, and it's a grounder to Jesus Aguilar at first. Let's see if we can get out of this inning. And that brings up Nick Solak at the plate. And he hits one to right center. And let's see if that one gets all the way to the wall. And it doesn't, but Arozarena cuts it off. But it's going to be a double here. And they make it 5-2 here in the second inning. So it looks like both teams are hitting the ball well to start out this game. But Pablo Lopez does get the next batter to watch a pitch right over the middle of the plate. As we move on to the top of the third. Here's Jesus Aguilar starting out the next inning. He already has a home run, and he walks. So, wow, the Rangers are walking a lot of our guys to start out this game. And that brings up David Bodie. He hits one to left field. All of our guys are hitting the ball hard in this one. Jesus Aguilar does make it to second safely. As that brings up Korey Lee. He did fly out to center in his first at-bat. But his second one, he won't miss. It's a hard liner up the middle, and Eaton does come up throwing. But no outs in the inning. Why even take the risk, as Korey Lee gets his first hit of his MLB career. So that brings up Mike Ford, who hits a chopper to second base, and they will turn 2, but another run will come across the plate as that throw was almost offline. But 6-2 here, and now with 2 outs, that brings up Scooter, who hit a double earlier. Let's see if he drives this one in, and that's a grounder up the middle, and it looks like it's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. But I'll take it. Another run put up here in the 3rd inning. As now we move on to the top of the 4th. Here's Yasiel Puig at the plate. He already has an RBI on a chopper to second. And this time another chopper to second. But he will beat this one out on the bobble that time. And that is going to be an error there. And no more Odor for the Rangers, as that brings up Randy Arozarena here. A little small ball. We're going to bunt him over to second. And with no outs, they do get the out at first. But Puig, with decent speed, with 65, makes it over to second. And the reason why is because it brings up Clint Frazier, who hits the ball extremely well with runners in scoring position. Hit 271 last year. He gets a pitch to hit on the inside part of the plate, and it's driven deep, and it's going to be gone. That's a home run, the first for Clint Frazier. And I noticed a lot of you guys predicted that Frazier would lead this team in home runs. It's definitely a possibility. He's got the power to do it. New contract as well, a 5-year extension worth about $15 million. And now he makes it 8-2. But this inning is not over. Jesus Aguilar comes to the plate. That one may have been a strike, but he walks along with Marcus Semien, as that brings up David Bodie, who gets one on the outside part of the plate. And the ump says he goes around. And that brings up Korey Lee, who already has a single up the middle in this one with 2 guys on. He hits a grounder to short. And look at this. It's bobbled by Andrews. And look at this. Bases loaded. Man, the Rangers are just shooting themselves in the foot this game, as that brings up Mike Ford. You know he's got power. Bases loaded. He hits one to Andrews again. Can he handle this one? And he will. So it is still 8-2 here, but Clint Frazier hits a home run, our second of the game, as we move on to the bottom of the 4th. Joey Gallo at the plate, and he drives one deep to right field. That one is out of here, his second of the game, and maybe the only reason the Rangers are still in this one. But baseball is a weird game, so we move on to the bottom of the 4th with 2 outs, and we do get a grounder as Pablo Lopez looks good besides those 2 home runs given up. So now we move on to the bottom of the 5th inning. Now let's see what he can do as his pitch count gets up to about 80 pitches as he gives up a hit there, as that brings up Adam Eaton, who's 0 for 2 in this game. He hits one to right field pretty hard, and Puig comes up throwing. But now guys on first and second. Now the middle of the order up. Willie Calhoun hits one hard up the middle. That one's past the glove of Scooter, and they will send the runner from third, and that is going to be an RBI single here for Willie Calhoun. It's an 8-4 game. So now at this point, I don't want to risk anything as we bring in our new signee in free agency, one of them, Craig Stammen, and he looking at his stats from last year, 97 innings pitched, 116 whip. That is really good. I'm hoping to get some really good production out of him. So that brings up Joey Gallo, who drives one deep to right field, almost has his 3rd home run of the game. That one is back at the warning track, and Puig comes up throwing, but it's 8-5 here. Let's see if Stammen can get out of this jam, as now with 2 outs, Danny Santana swings that one on the outside part of the plate as we move on to the 7th inning. Now you can see Stammen just rolling on the mound now. You can see the pitching meter. I love what I'm seeing so far from meter pitching. You can see as he gets on a bigger roll, the strike zone to hit as far as accuracy goes gets bigger and bigger as your guy gets better on the mound. And now we move on to the 9th inning as Korey Lee is out at the plate, and he walks as that brings up Mike Ford hitting in the 7 hole. 1 for 4 up to this point. He hits one hard up the middle, and that one is going to be to center field. And look at Korey Lee. He's got 75 speed. He's going to run all the way from first to third, and he's going to be safe. And that's what I love about having Drew Stubbs at catcher last year and now Korey Lee. They have speed. That brings up Scooter. Another hit to the gap, and he loves that left center gap this game. And let's see if Mike Ford can make it from first. He's got 8 speed, but we are going to round third pretty hard. But he rounds it a little too hard and thrown out at third. And at least there's an RBI double on that one by Scooter. But that brings up Yasiel Puig, who is 0 for 3 in the 9 hole this game. He gets a pitch to hit over the middle, and that one is not coming back. That is gone. That's a laser out of here. 399 feet. Yasiel Puig, his first home run of the year, and I love this lineup. We are producing at every single point in our lineup. 8 hole, 9 hole, 3 hole, 4 hole, no matter who's up. We're driving in runs. This is encouraging here to start season 2 as Stammen is still on the mound and rolling as he's facing the last batters of the game here. A ground out to Simeon, and that makes it 2 outs. And now we have 2 outs here with in the 9th inning, and that's going to bring up the second baseman, and he drives it deep over the left field wall. But that makes it 11-6, but we're still going to keep Stammen in. He's pitching pretty good. And the next batter will fly out to center field. And there we go. We start out this franchise, this season 1-0. And man, so many encouraging signs in this one. As Stammen came in and he did his thing out of the bullpen. Everybody hit the ball well. And that is how we win this game, off of offense. Jesus Aguilar homers in his first game with us. Yasiel Puig homers in his return to the lineup. And then so does Clint Frazier. So 3 home runs for this offense. And Scooter Gennett hitting down in the lineup this year in the 8th hole. Goes 2 for 5 with 2 doubles. I am very, very encouraged by what I saw this game. And it gets me excited for season 2. So if you're excited, make sure you hit subscribe. Hit that like button. We're coming back with more Kings franchise. So stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
I've been working hard for a minute. The ones who don't deserve it seem to be the ones that get it. The ones who speak the truth never get the recognition, but the ones that act foolish seem to get all the attention. It don't matter though, yeah. Hey, it don't even matter though, no. Hey, it don't even matter.